Leblanc.
How you doing? Nice to be here.
Yes. Thank you for giving me, your time and.
Oh, I got lots of time on my hand. There's no problem here.
Perfect. So before we continue, I wanna say a brief commercial. This will not be possible without the official drink of El Castor Network, Coca-Cola, celebrating 126 years. More important, refreshing your in my life. Thank you. All right, there you go.
Do I gotta keep my opinion to myself?
No, go ahead.
About your sponsor.
Yes.
Okay.
Being the fact that we're with the blogger and he has some colorful words. For this case only, we will make it a little bit raw. We will try to keep it on a nice, professional side, but
Support Coke. Don't support energy drinks. There.
yes. Well, don't support Pepsi. Energy drinks are okay. Gatorade is still okay. So
That's right. Coke was involved in energy drinks. Okay.
yeah. Okay. So here we're going to say hello to the wonderful people of Charles Leblanc
Around the world.
around the world.
Here we are.
And
your name is.
it's Franklin El Castor.
And we need more people like this in Fredericton that will straighten out the politicians. So
Yeah.
here we go.
We're an independent media network, so we will be actually we're looking at both cameras today, I guess.
Oh, you can forget that one.
All
You
right.
can forget. You can
Okay.
focus on your camera.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
So today we're actually discussing a few things about Charles Leblanc's life and how he got involved into blogging.
Well,
Charles?
I just, I always been, since I was young, my father was involved in politics, and he was a barber, and the issue of politics were always debated around the table, or in the barber shop, I should say. So, and then I have ADHD, and in those days, nobody knew about ADHD. And ADHD, you would speak before thinking, and, it's not good. Now we try to control it a little bit, just a little bit. That's why I get myself in trouble. But now I can use that as an excuse. Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, like the movie Liar,
Yes,
Liar,
right.
Liar.
Yeah.
Say it. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, so then I remember I want to be a journalist. And, like I started to write these letters to the editor. This was before the information highway.
Right.
And, people look at that and say, look at that, Charlie's not stupid or whatever, like he writes, makes sense.
Right.
And I should have been a politician, trust
Right.
me. If I would have had the right upbringing, I wouldn't be here. I'll be in that legislator. But anyway, so we turn around. My life was going down. I even told my father I'd like to be a journalist. And he told me, he said, you're too stupid to be a journalist. Okay, so, if you don't have the support of the parents, what can you do?
Right.
So that bothered me, but nobody knew about ADHD in those days. And so when I read in St. John in 1988, work at a shipyard,
Right.
and I was publishing 2 or 3 letters to the editor a week,
Right.
and I was on talk shows, and we just going. So then I came to Fredericton. I was protesting against Ritalin. I live in the town.
Right.
Ritalin is a drug they give kids
Right.
for the ADHD. I told you this be alone.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
anyway,
okay.
no, but that's okay. I'm trying to, and I'm cutting short too.
Yeah, no worries.
So anyway, so then I.
We won't look pretty at the
Oh
end.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, sorry.
Editing is
Yeah,
called
exactly.
editing.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
kinds of editing in this case. So and you gave me a Boston Cream donut.
Yeah,
And a
well,
coffee.
that's
and then
right.
I had 2 double before. No, so then we turn around. I was writing emails to everybody.
Right.
Politician emails.
Right.
I would write an update
Right.
and send an update. So it was so bad
Yeah.
that Bernard Lord, premier of the day,
Right.
cut off my email
Right.
address. And somebody said, I said, I want my old email, oldmazon@yahoo.com.
Right. Yeah.
So what happened, somebody said, Charles, you should become a blogger.
Right.
Blogger.
Yeah.
What's that? He explained to me what it was. I said, nah, that's okay. I like to do what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Send emails. But then I realized once they read the email or they put it in spam, it's over.
No, but you're not really a blogger. You're a video blogger.
Well, what happened, now we'll get to your head.
Right, yes. Okay.
Are you taking your Ritalin? Are you calming down? Are you okay? Patience.
Patience. Wait, man, no.
I know it's cut off.
Okay,
but
sorry.
It's all right. So I became a blogger.
Yes.
And then I battled with the police, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Then, answering your question,
Right.
the city of Fredericton ordered my blog shut down.
Okay.
25,000 blog posts.
Right.
Boom, gone.
Wow.
Because of the problem was had with the police, and you know the whole story. We'll get to that later.
I know about the police. Don't get me started with
No,
them.
but we'll get to that.
you
We'll
started.
get to that. And let's not forget the Justice Building is right behind us. We might both end up in jail.
Well, yeah.
But I said the city don't appreciate what I'm doing.
Right.
I was writing a lot.
All right.
So I don't write no more. I
Right.
do videos.
Okay, you do videos.
I do
yeah,
videos.
that's right.
Videos.
Oh, okay. I see what.
So anyway,
Yeah,
then
go ahead.
just keeps on going. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But that's the bottom line is letters to the editor, and then I worked my way up. Social media
Right.
arrived, and I became
a legend.
not a legend.
A legend in
A legend in my own mind.
All right. Yeah.
But a lot of people think
Yeah.
I'm a lot of things, and it's not a legend. Trust me.
Well, no. Here. Let's make it clear. Here at El Castor Network, we are a fair and balanced news network. Where it may be small, but we are fair and balanced, and we tell the truth like it is.
So
Raw.
what, are you going to go ask the other side what they think of Charles Leblanc? That should be very interesting. I
No.
hope you edit there.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm just kidding.
I respect our interviewers. It doesn't matter what party of the aisle you're from. We respect everybody. And
How come,
yeah.
how come we're talking about you? We're supposed to talk about me.
We are actually talking about you.
You're talking about you. We do this, we do that. Let's focus on me. That's
Well,
what we're
yeah,
talking
but
about.
you asked me if I'm going to go and interview those people. I said no, we don't do that.
Okay, no, but you said,
Yeah.
well, we're fair here. You're talking about your network. Let's talk about me. Okay,
Well, okay, let's
let's go.
continue with the
Yes.
with the
Go ahead, next
Okay, Charlie Leblanc. So why you get in trouble with the cops so much? What is up with that?
How long does this take? 2 hours?
No, we will edit and cut it. At the
Okay,
end.
we'll try to make this short.
Yeah, okay.
All began when I applied for a media pass
Right.
at the New Brunswick legislature.
Right.
The press gallery denied my media pass, my
Right.
request.
Right.
So, and then then I started blogging. We had, you would like this.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? No, you will like this.
I will.
You never heard it.
No.
How would you like it if you
No,
never heard it?
I'm waiting for it. Yeah. Okay, so
These journalists today, you must have ADHD, but drink another Coke.
I will.
Okay. God.
And then I was positive.
Okay.
Okay,
You already hear of the group
Right.
Immigrants Without Borders?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Immigrant Without Borders it's a group. It was like a rally for open borders,
Right.
borders.
Right.
So in 2006,
Right.
they were coming down. Now this is good here. Flashback.
Right.
Coming down Queen Street, a little group. I just saw them.
Yeah.
You know, they were just a little group from UNB, and they were protesting. The police surrounded them. Somebody took a picture, not me,
Yeah.
and they said, "Hey, are you a journalist?" The guy was taking pictures. The cop went after him, asking him if he was a journalist.
Right,
That
right.
was 2006. So I was surprised, and then they end up in front of City Hall.
Right.
Then they put they took some people, they put them on the ground.
Right.
Somebody took some pictures, sent it to me. I just started my blog.
Right.
Racism, put it CTV News, it was ATV in those days.
Yeah.
Put it on the headline news that night. Racism charge against the Fredericton police force.
Right.
Now, they were going, so me, I say, I'm going next week to Atlantica in St. John.
Right.
Oh, he's going to Atlantica, which was a Nerving conference.
Right.
He's going to Atlantica.
Right.
Get him. And sure enough, this protester that arrived with masks on, the police pushed the protesters aside.
Yeah.
Took me, put me about 50 feet. And I said, "What are you doing? I'm an independent journalist." Never had this time to explain what was a blogger. Nobody knew what was a blogger those days. We're talking about 2006.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and then 12 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, time flies.
Oh yeah, I know.
So they turned around, they put me on the ground, they gave me a black eye,
Right. Whoa.
they put me in jail for 4 hours.
Yeah.
They took all my pictures, they deleted 1,000 pictures off my camera.
Yeah.
About 300 or 400. All the evidence I had, they deleted all that.
Wow. Yeah.
And then the worst thing about all this, they said, okay, show up in court. They charged me with obstruction,
Right.
and I didn't have the right to a lawyer. And I fought with legal aid here until somebody stepped forward and said, Charles, what's going on? A friend of mine, Harold Doherty,
Right.
because he had a son. He has a son that's autistic,
Right.
and I fought for his son and the issue of autism here.
Right.
So he said it was a time. So at the end, the media, they just ignored me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, the media at first, the logger arrested during Atlantic.
So what media we're talking about here?
Irving.
Irving,
And
okay.
explain, what did you learn from Irving so far? Go ahead.
Well, so far there's been a big, fight between mainstream media and we like to call fake news media.
Irving owns 99% of the newspapers, printed newspapers here in New Brunswick, which is located east of Maine and a little spot in Atlantic Canada.
So CTV they're owned by Bell Corporation.
Yes.
And then
And then-
CBC is basically funded by the Canadian government.
Yeah. And Global is sponsored by Shaw, is it?
Shaw. Yeah, Shaw Cable out of Alberta.
Yeah. And us, he's sponsored by Coke, and I'm sponsored by a boot up the arse.
Well, I'm sponsored by several different people, both locally, nationally, and internationally. Yes.
Can we go back
Yeah,
to me?
please.
Can we go back to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we turn around. They had in the courts blogger
Yeah.
charge with obstruction.
Right.
Make a long story short,
Yeah.
at the end, we had a trial.
Right.
The police, they were acting like clowns. My lawyer didn't know them. They
Right.
didn't know the police. They were like monkeys on top of the stand.
All right.
And this thing, oh yeah, no, it was hilarious.
Yeah,
I was found not guilty,
Okay.
and nothing in the Irving paper. Now, if I would have been found guilty,
Right.
it would have been right on the front page.
Right.
Idiot blogger found guilty. Next thing you know, 3 days later, they come to me and they said, I said, oh, I saw them. I said, so what? And a little meeting. I said, so I'm not important enough to
Yeah.
be in the Irving paper? They said,
Yeah.
I'll be in the paper tomorrow morning.
Oh wow.
I said, what? We'll be in the paper tomorrow morning.
Front
I
page?
said, really? I'm going to make the evil Irving newspaper?
Yeah.
Is it because my story was in the New York Times
Right.
this morning?
Oh wow.
If you Google Charles Leblanc
I
and
will.
New York Times,
I will.
you'll see the story that journalist, court-appointed journalist,
Yes. Okay.
Charles Leblanc. But people were calling in and saying, how come this is in the New York Times?
Right, yeah.
And not in the Irving media?
Right.
So anyway, then then I was banned from the legislature for life.
Yeah.
Then it just went on and on.
So what happened to you? Were those guys that came? I saw one of your clips there that you had two guys come after you with like a black,
yes.
like the Men in Black.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
What happened with that? That could have got ugly. That could have got ugly, very
Right.
fast. It was ugly enough as it was.
Were there federal agents or?
No, they were from the Edmonton police. But
Right.
at first, I didn't know. You have to, but
Right.
let's not jump ahead.
Okay. Okay.
The police. Then this was 2006.
Right.
In 2009, I
Right.
was standing in front of the IROC. You remember the IROC club?
Yeah, they rock. Yeah, before it became Sweetwaters.
Yes, good boy.
Yes.
Remember the time when the Fredericton police beat up a soldier?
Yeah.
That there, nothing. There was a guy on Monday that had a black eye. The police, very midnight. Oh, okay, no, it's a club.
Yeah.
They're coming to get it. Thought I hear a siren. It happens in the tannery, no big deal.
Right.
I was across. I filmed.
Right.
So when I filmed it, that changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Stafford, the police,
Yeah.
I did hear a siren, was charged with assault, and then he was suspended with
Right.
pay.
Right.
And then what happened after? Then there was a trial. Then
Right.
they acknowledged me as media,
Right.
the police.
Okay. Yeah.
But the minute he was acquitted,
Yeah.
they came right after me. They beat out of there.
Okay.
So they had the camera. Okay, Mr. LeBlanc, we got to talk to you.
Yeah.
What do you think of calling police officers
Right.
pedophiles?
Yeah.
I said, well, did you read the Bernard to me? LeBlanc, Charles
Yeah.
LeBlanc. That's what I was saying.
Right.
Serial rank, serial number.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's it.
That's right. Yeah.
So what happened? I said, did you read the Bernard Richard report? No. How long have you been working on this case? For 2 hours. 2 hours, 2 years.
Wow.
2 years. And you never read the Bernard.
That's a long time, 2 years.
That's a long time
Yeah.
to waste money on. Voila.
Taxpayers, dollars.
Exactly. So then at the end, I said, well, tell us what's in the report.
Right.
Like another word. Make me tell. There's another lawyer walking behind us.
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, that's okay.
So anyway, so turn
we
around.
won't worry about the lawyers.
So anyway,
we're covered.
Yeah. So turn around. I said.
We're taxpayers.
He said, wait, tell us what it said. So I said, all right. I said, oh, I remember. I go like this.
Right.
I said, I hit my two fists on the
Right,
table.
yeah.
It said,
Yeah.
you have to learn to deal with people.
Right.
That's emotionally disturbed.
Yes.
And right now, I am very emotionally disturbed. So then I said, oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
I hit my two fists right to his face.
Right.
I said, tonight, Donald Trump is going to be elected the new president of the United States of America. And if I miss the liquor store because of this, I'm going to be very emotionally disturbed.
Oh.
Anyway, I was out of there in 10 minutes.
That's good. No, that's good. So anything else you want to add to that story before we move on to the last final question?
No, but we never receive an apology.
Yeah, right.
We don't. The police are always going fishing.
Right.
And the justice system has sent a strong, strong message. And this is the meat. I'm supposed to sit down with the CBC about this.
Okay.
If you put a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Now my lawsuit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But after that, I show up in court. There's the people. The government is supposed to protect